Hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back. I got a new product to share with you. This is Ozark Trail 550 Paracord. I picked this up at Walmart. I wanted to see if this is worth it. It says on the front, 7-strand core, Para 550, 100% polyester. Now, if you haven't seen my Paracord playlist, this is not military grade Paracord. This is not Mil C Revision H 5040 and all that. But I picked it up because I thought, you know, even bad paracord I think is sometimes good paracord. So let's take a look here. This is made in China. So if you guys are afraid of anything coming from China, you think you're going to get the coronavirus, well, maybe you shouldn't be handling this. Wash your hands though for at least 20 seconds. Don't be touching your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your face. Don't be sneezing on other people. If you get sick, stay home. Don't be getting out where there's a lot of people. Take care of yourself. So anyway, let's get back to the paracord and let's see if this is something worth getting. I picked it up. The price point on it was fairly good. Let's see, this comes in a spool of 50 feet. First thing I want to do though is I want to, as always, I want to cut this baby open and I want to look at the inner strands, see what we have here. I'm a little bit alarmed because there's no nylon here. This is 100% polyester paracord, which I'm not knocking polyester. It could be good for around camp, but it's not nylon. Now, military grade paracord is nylon. So let's take the sheath off a little bit. Let's see what we got here. How many strands do we have? 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it does have 7 inner strands. Now, how many ply? Looks like they're trying to make it a 3-ply, which is kind of cool. Break it down, but it's a really loose. So there's 1 strand broke down into 3-ply. That's what it looks like. So far, so good. On the sheath, the outer sheath, I'm going to cut this off here real quick. It'll make more sense what I'm doing here in a second. I just want to cut those inner strands out, because what I want to do is I want to see how well does the outer sheath fray when I flick it. So far, so good. It frays a little bit. Doesn't look bad yet. Looks like it could be okay. Okay. How are we going to tie knots? How well is it tie knots? So let's try a simple knot like maybe a bowline. I like a bowline. That's one of my favorite knots. So let's pop a little bowline action in there. Let's see how this paracord does. Okay. Tie the knot. Everything looks pretty good so far. I like it. It seems like just another standard commercial grade paracord. I think this would be probably pretty good for using around camp or something like that. So far, so good. I like it so far. Seems like it's decent. Let me put this knife away for now. I'm going to take this and I'm going to chuck it, and I'm just going to kind of wind it on my shoulder here, on my arm. Put it in a normal spool instead of this little spool here. I want to see how bad does it come undone. Is it going to be like a tangled mess? When I did that Ultimate Survival Technologies paracord, I got stuff like this. Got a big mess out of it. Let's see if this one's the same. So far, no. It's actually undoing itself pretty well. So far it looks good compared to that UST. That UST paracord I thought was trash. Would I still buy it and use it on a camp? Yeah, I would. Still paracord. But this one, yeah, so far so good. I think It looks okay. So would I use it? I probably would. I think this is probably a good deal for the price. If you're at Walmart and you need some cheap, inexpensive paracord to take with you camping, you know, light duty use. This is definitely not military grade by any means, but for camp cordage or tying some wood down on, you know, on a trailer, or just simple stuff that you're not going to need that high level of tensile strength, I think this would be good. This is definitely something that you don't want to climb on or hang on or try to rappel with. I don't know what the tensile strength is on this stuff. It doesn't really say much. It just says 50 feet or 15.2 meters. That's really all it says. Well, there's not a lot of information, but I think it's good for what it is. For camp cordage, I like the color. They also had it in black, but I think personally, yeah, I'd recommend it for some cheap commercial grade paracord. And I want to make a lanyard for this faux star ferro rod, so let's cut this baby right there. Throw that aside, put the knife away. Let's feed that through. This is just really inexpensive paracord and a very inexpensive ferro rod. So let's see how that goes. Let's see. How is that gonna go? Let's get it to the center here. Let's go about there. 1, 2, run that from the back all the way through, run this from the front through. And this is not an instructional on making a paracord bracelet or anything, or lanyard for this. It's just me doing it, so I'm not really going to explain all this stuff. If you want a tutorial, I'll put a link in the description box down below where I show you how to do this in detail. I just want a lanyard for this, something cheap, just something to give it a little more orange pop. So this paracord seems to tie fairly well. It's making a decent looking lanyard. Not bad. It's not the best paracord in the world, but it's something usable. I think it's still better than maybe like some twine or something. It's definitely got more tensile strength because of the way it's manufactured. But so far so good. Put this together. The purpose of me having a little bit of lanyard with the paracord here with my ferro rod is in the event that my ferro rod fails, I have some paracord enough that I can probably make a bow drill string if needed in a survival type situation. And it's bright orange, so it's going to minimize the potential of me losing my ferro rod, or at least the handle of my ferro rod. It seems to braid fairly flat instead of round. There's not a lot to this paracord. It's very thin, but I still like it. I would still recommend it for, you know, cordage around camp or something like that. I think for that type of application, which is that's probably their target audience, you know, that they're trying to sell this to, is for people that are just going to go out to the woods and do a little camping or something. That's probably their target audience. And so for that, I think it's good. So far, so good. Looks okay. Looks like it melted all right. Not too bad. That's about all I got for you in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I tried to keep this video short. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. I picked this up at Walmart. Later.